Guys, in this video, I want to talk about, I believe, one of the most important things when you want to turn a service into a software as a service application to break the ceiling of your service business, or even if you want to start a software as a service application because you found a problem that could be solved. And this is what not to build when you want to build an application, and why what not to build instead of what to build. Because I believe we are in a moment full of fluff, full of BS advice and shiny objects, where the most important thing is to being able to focus on one simple thing, on one core audience, one solution, and one problem. If you are able to do that, you are way ahead of a lot of people that are always and constantly looking at shiny objects, but they don't pay attention to this. They don't reject any idea. To put it into context, I started a marketing agency a couple of months ago, and then I came back to building software. I opened an LLC with the last money I had, and I started cold calling without any idea how it worked because I come from a technical background. Some days I made like even 200 calls a day to get clients. Cold calls, cold emails, anything that could bring me clients. Over time, it began to work, but there was something that didn't quite convince me. Not that the business didn't work, but how it worked. And I talked about this on the last video. Even though I was making money with the service, I felt every day more and more and more overwhelmed, and I didn't have time for anything. I was working every single day, 12 hours a day, and I was reaching the time sailing. So I came back to building software because I saw on building software an opportunity to break that ceiling. Not because of something shiny or the simple thing of building software, but to solve my own problem. And now my goal is to help people that have a service break the same ceiling. But leaving this aside, the real problem when you have a service business is that you start seeing problems all the time. Dashboards for clients, reporting tools, automation, lead software, internal system. But the problem is that they usually start asking, what should we build? But the right question is different. What should we refuse to build? Or in any case, which part is really worth extracting from the service? I learned this by building my own products. At one point, I developed an app called BMark. The idea seemed good, but after a couple of weeks, I looked at the signals and there was no traction. And I didn't feel bad for that. I mean, it's the most common thing that can happen when you start a new business. But what changed is that today I don't try to validate ideas by building more. I try to validate ideas by eliminating them faster. I try to remove every single application idea that distracts me and is just a shiny object. By the way, if you want me to help you turn your service into a software as a service application, you can book a call with me. I will leave you the link on the comment section. And if you're liking this video, you would also help me a lot if you subscribe to the channel and you hit the like button, because in that way we can keep reaching new people. Now, coming back to where we were, the filters that I use to reject applications ideas are, first of all, I ask myself, where does the problem really exist? Where does the pain live? Service businesses have friction all the time, but not all friction is a product opportunity. Not everything is worth becoming software as a service. If the problem only appears after someone becomes a client, it's probably not a product, it's an internal process problem. So you need to ask yourself, would someone pay to solve this problem without hiring my service first? Now, the filter number 2 is, does this add complexity or remove it? And this is mostly for you because running a service business already consumes a lot of attention. Clients need results, the team needs direction, there are always decisions to make. So any software as a service idea has to pass a very simple test. Does this reduce complexity in the business? Or does it create another system that also needs my attention? Now, the filter number 3 is, are there real signals of traction? At first, I made this mistake many times. Someone would say it's a good idea, or yeah, it sounds great, and I thought it was validated. Okay, I thought I needed to build that application, but none of those people were from my ideal customer profile. The real signal looks like people solving the problem manually, people using better tools to fix it, people complaining about the same problem constantly. And here, I mean, if you already have a service and you are making money with that, you have already passed this. I mean, if you weren't solving a specific problem or a problem that needs a solution, people wouldn't pay you money for that. As simple as that. The filter number 4, and this is again mostly for you because the goal of creating a software as a service is not only making more money, is removing yourself from the service. So many product or many service founders think about software as a service because they want leverage. They want revenue that doesn't depend on them every day. But many product ideas still need a founder. So a good product gradually removes the founder from the operational loop. That's where I put most of my focus. And the filter number 5 is remove everything except one path. What I mean with this is that when you run a service business, you can have a lot of different ideas. And every single idea can seem good, but trying to build multiple products while operating a service is dangerous because you already have clients or you already have people to which you are providing a service. And the service has to keep running. Customers expect results. So your focus is limited. You can't not waste your time. So you need an ideal customer profile, and a standardized process, and a specific outcome that they will get from that standardized process. If you don't have a standardized process, software as a service will bring you only more problems. It won't solve anything. And I'm telling you this even though I make applications and I work with service founders, but I don't like wasting people's time. In conclusion, founders who manage to turn services into software as a service are not the ones with the greatest ideas or with the most ideas. They are the ones who reject more ideas with an idea that solves a real problem, reduces operational complexity, shows signs of demand, and reduces founder dependence. Guys, I really hope this video helped you because it can, I believe, and I really think that it can save you tons of weeks. It can save you a ton of time. Thank you very much for watching. If you want me to help you turning your service into a software as a service application, you already know what you can do. You can subscribe, you can hit the like button so we can keep reaching new people. It only takes 2 seconds, 2 clicks. I hope to see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.